Gun grabbers around the globe believe they have it made. With willing one-world accomplices in Washington, D.C., why wouldn't they? Hello, this is National Association for Gun Rights Executive Director Dudley Brown. I have urgent news regarding a worldwide scheme to disarm our nation, and I need your help. You see, Hillary Clinton just announced the Obama administration will be working hand in hand with the UN to pass a new small arms treaty. Disguised as legislation to help fight against terrorism or insurgency and international crime syndicates, the UN Small Arms Treaty is nothing more than a massive global gun control scheme. Ultimately, the UN Small Arms Treaty is designed to register, ban, and confiscate firearms owned by private citizens like you and me. That's why it's vital you sign the petition I've made up for you that demands your U.S. senators vote against ratification of the UN's Small Arms Treaty. If passed by the UN and ratified by the U.S. Senate, the UN Small Arms Treaty would almost certainly force national governments to enact tougher licensing requirements, making law-abiding citizens cut through even more bureaucratic red tape just to purchase and own a firearm legally, confiscate and destroy all unauthorized civilian firearms, excluding all firearms owned by government, of course, ban the trade and sale and private ownership of all semi-automatic weapons, and finally, create an international gun registry, setting the stage for full-scale gun confiscation. So please agree to sign the petition to your U.S. senators before it's too late. You see, this is not a fight we can afford to lose. Ever since its founding almost 65 years ago, the UN has been hell-bent on bringing the United States to its knees. And the UN's apologists also know the most effective way to finally strip you and me of all our freedoms would be to destroy our gun rights. That's why it's vital you act today. The truth is, there is no time to waste. You and I have to be prepared for this fight to move fast. The fact is, the last thing that gun grabbers in the UN and in Washington, D.C. want is for you and me to have time to react and mobilize gun owners to defeat this radical legislation. They've made this mistake before, and we've made them pay, defeating every attempt to ram the Treaty on Small Arms into law since the mid-1990s. But this time won't be on our side. In fact, we're likely to only have a few days or weeks to defeat the treaty. Worse, there's no longer a pro-gun Republican Senate to kill ratification of the treaty. And there's no longer a president in the White House who has stated opposition to the treaty. You and I know good and well how Germany, Great Britain, France, Communist China, and the rest of the anti-gun members of the United Nations are going to vote on this. So our one and only chance of stopping the UN Small Arms Treaty is during the ratification process in the U.S. Senate. As you know, it takes 67 votes to ratify a treaty. With 40 Republicans, that should be easy, right? Well, unfortunately, that couldn't be further from the truth. First, you know just as well as I do that not all Republicans in the Senate are pro-gun, in any sense of the term. Second, even with the partisan rancor in Washington, D.C., many GOP senators get kind of queasy about killing treaties for fear of embarrassing the president, especially with international prestige at stake. They look at ratifying treaties much like approving president's Supreme Court nominees. And remember, there were 9 Republicans who voted to confirm anti-gun Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. A dozen more GOP senators only voted against Sotomayor after receiving massive grassroots pressure from the folks back home. So, if we're going to help defeat the UN Small Arms Treaty, we have to turn the heat up on the U.S. Senate now, before it's too late. That's why I hope you'll agree to sign our petition. And also, if you can, I hope you'll agree to make a generous contribution of $200, $100, $50, or even just $35. With your generous contribution, I'll immediately begin contacting Second Amendment supporters through mail, phones, and email to turn up the heat on targeted U.S. senators. Tops on the list are the usual suspects, like Susan Collins, Olympia Snowe, Lindsey Graham, and the rest of the weak-kneed Republicans in the Senate, whose votes we can really never count on. I also want to begin contacting gun owners in states represented by key Democrats, like Senator John Tester and Max Baucus of Montana, Senators Mark Warner and Jim Webb of Virginia, Senator Ben Nelson of Nebraska, and Senator Mary Landrieu of Louisiana. And finally, I've designed a special, hard-hitting program for Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid to let Nevada gun owners know exactly what he and his anti-gun pals have been planning for you and me. Facing a tough re-election in 2010, Senator Reid knows he's already skating on thin ice with Nevada voters. You and I can put the final nail in his political coffin, if I can pull out all the stops. Direct mail, phones, email, blogs, billboards, guest editorials, press conferences, hard-hitting newspaper, radio, and TV ads, the whole 9 yards. Of course, if I can raise enough resources, my goal is to expand this full program to all our target states. But that won't be cheap, and we don't have much time. The Obama administration just announced they will be working hand in glove with the UN to pass a new global small arms treaty. That's why it's vital you and I fight back immediately. Every petition and every dollar count in this fight. So please sign the petition and agree to make a generous contribution of $200, $100, $50, even $35 today. Thank you.